Beautiful day, beautiful, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, but you can call me Mel. And I'm here to deliver this latest timeless collective channel message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on the website located in the description box as well below the video. And I have pulled your alpha and omega messages. We pull them first, we'll read them last, and they'll put a beautiful bow on our message. What is the dominant energy for all humanity who's in tune with this message, and even the ones that ain't paying no attention? The Magician. Oh, use your power, use it well. Okay, because it's gonna smack you in the chest. I heard it's gonna smack you in the chest. Yes. So awareness of your ability to materialize, what you love to say manifest, but we say materialize, is going to come through your heart. Okay, you're gonna feel it. Baby, baby, I got the feeling. That's what I just heard. Baby, baby, I got the feeling. Okay, so Magician energy on the table as a dominant energy. What skills, talents, and abilities do you have? How are you putting them into action? I heard for your good and the greater good. Okay. All right, so I want to use the Published Words of Clarity deck to see some more what's going on here today. What can you show us? The dominant energy. Thank you. Is steadfastness, being consistent, continuing forward. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Okay, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see the design. I heard you can see the design of the matrix all over. It's like a fingerprint that you can identify. All right, let's go into the P&Q Oracle. I kind of missed this one. My grandchildren's designs that speak to my divine mind. Let me see, what is the dominant energy in this experience for the love and peace and happiness? Try here. This is Princeton's drawing from 2022. And it looks like a chair, but there, it's like it's sitting in your throne. Okay. There's a barrier around it. There's a boundary around it. It's like, sit in your space. Sit in your position. Thank you. And the picture just said to me, stop trying so hard to take the physical action without first having done the spiritual action. Sit in your chair, sit in your space, pre-pave the energy, as Abraham Hicks likes to say. Pre-pave the energy, divine it spiritually. Divine it spiritually and design it spiritually. Okay, design it spiritually and then let it unfold in the physical. Okay, let's get a dominant energy from the spirit messages also. Let's see what's coming out for you today. Shout out to Golden Amazon. I see nuns. Well, welcome. Okay, let's see what else we have. Dominant energy for the living peace and happiness. Try heat. At this time, please and thank you. What's the dominant energy? Ooh, ancestral wisdom coming out. Ancestral wisdom. What's up, Miss Diz? Okay. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy. And we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. Okay. The ancestors are not dead. They are very alive. And they assist and they guide and they support. Okay. As you, I heard many of you, what you're going to find is like, if you knew that you are the very ancestor, you're the one that your ancestors were hoping for. So let's see what the messages are from the ancestors, since we have the ancestors deck. So glad we decided to come back to the throne room for today's reading, because I like the way this energy is aligning, and I have access to all the cards right here. I'm surrounded by all the cards. So if you would like to add to our collection, you could go on the website to see what we already have. We do have an Amazon wish list. It's also published. You're more than welcome to donate in that way if you like. Okay, for those of you who do like to. All right, let's see. What is the message from the ancestors? Thank you. Ooh, authority, father, energy coming out. Okay. Masculine energy. This is about the masculine. This is about taking the action, being the authority, being the protector. Yeah. Being the protector, being the provider, taking the action to provide and protect, using that masculine energy in a healthy way. Okay. Yeah. And the thing about it is, like, so, and some of you don't, you're like, I don't even know a good father, Melinda. I get it. A lot of people went without that. Some people, I even found out later in life that some people, they don't know a healthy mother energy. Okay, that's understandable as well. But in this experience, what I'm seeing is there is the way to display this masculine energy in a healthy way, where you have the ability to destroy, but you use it to protect, where you have the ability to go and acquire, attain, and then bring it and provide with what, like they're showing me, like, back in the day, men were the ones that would go hunting, and they would come and after having gone to battle, battle with nature, they will come back and provide sustenance for their family. And so there's that energy here as well of being the protector and the provider. I heard even that of yourself. Important to do that for yourself. So some of you don't have the memory of a healthy father figure, a healthy masculine figure. And I see that there are ones who have romantic relationships with men who say to themselves, yeah, and I still don't. They're saying, and I still don't. Well, a lot of that is like stuck in your core memories, your again, with the words of Abraham, it's stuck in your vibrational craw. Okay, it's stuck in your auric field. Okay, that you can't rely on the masculine because you hadn't been able to. So in this instance, like, you're being guided to step up and be that masculine energy in a healthy way for yourself. Okay, and anywhere where you have children who are depending on you, also even for them. So I'm feeling called to work with the Wild Unknown Tarot for our reading today. So let me see, Lessers, what can you show us about this, please and thank you. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. What do we have? The most important messages for the love and peace and happiness tribe to use their powers, to use their abilities, stay the course, sit in their position, create before they go try to obtain, okay, to use ancestral wisdom and to use their authority wisely and that divine masculine energy in a healthy way. Okay, your conversation, Daniel, has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Don't do that no more or you'll be forever. Okay, stay on task. This is what we have. Don't be a distraction. If you're going to come in, be respectful because we do have boundaries. Love you, though. Janine, welcome, love. Okay, let's see what we have. Stay on topic, Okay. They said one more. All right. And we begin here. Daughter of One. So what you have is an opportunity to do something different, to have a completely different experience. What's up, nobody? Having a completely different experience, adventure. an opportunity, I heard, to go outside of the realm of experience that you know. So this is going to cause nervousness. This is going to cause, like, for some of you, you like the word anxiety, they're saying. Some of you like the word anxiety. It will cause some of that because this is unknown territory. Discovering unknown worlds, going into where no you has ever gone before. You're doing something way different than what you know, okay? Or you have the opportunity to do so. All right, let's see some more. Well, what you like is for everything to come together and to start something, get something started, okay? Let's get the party started. Let's get the party started. Yes, you want to spark a flame. You want to start something that's going to be able to warm you up in life. Y'all talking weird. Stop being so funny. Okay. All right. 8 of Wands. You want things, you want, like, with this new opportunity, you don't want it to just stop there. You want it to build, you want it to grow, you want it to develop into more. Let's see some more here. And so what are you doing? The 7 of Wands. You're like, I got the match. I got the match. I got the flame. I'll light it up. Let me light it. Let me get at it. Let me get at him. I'll light it up. Okay. So you stand in your ground and you are standing in your position. And this card really does look like sitting in your position and pre-paving the way. It looks like aligning it energetically, mentally, emotionally before you go for it. Okay. Opening the path, clearing the path, allowing yourself to see the fulfillment of the outcome that you chose, that you desired, that you wished for in this experience. That's what I see there. So let me see more. What else can you show us? The feeling is it's my choice. I'm the one that has the choice. And you know what? It's not go time yet. But when it is, I'm going to fly. This is the I'm seeing here for you. So you're saying it's my choice, but there's this, thank you. Perfectly said. They're saying my choice is to align the energy and then take the cues and feel the energy out for the action signal. For the action signal. Okay. Yeah. And so you're saying, yeah, I'm waiting for divine timing. This is what you're telling yourself. This is what you could be speaking to somebody else. They ask, well, why didn't you do this yet? Because the timing isn't right yet. I'm allowing for divine timing. I'm allowing the energy to align, and then I'll do it. Okay. Temperance, patience. I got patience. I'll rather wait. I would rather wait for it to show up in divine timing when it's actually ready, when it's actually fully cooked, fully ripe. I don't want it raw. I don't want it bitter. I want it sweet. I want it ready. Okay. All the way ready. Absolutely. Our news said plant doesn't fruit until it's ready. And it's interesting. So my daughter is turning into a whole fruitarian over there. Like all they eat is so much fruit. They've really been leaving meat alone of all types. And she sent me a video that I watched this morning during my getting ready process. And it was talking about how eating fruits is part of supporting the natural process of the tree, because the tree releases the fruit when it's ripe, and there's no forcing of energy, there's no destroying, it's a giving process, a giving and receiving process. So that's actually a really beautiful thought. Although I am a meat eater, I don't see that changing. I'll be really surprised if spirit ever puts that into me to let go of me. But here we go. The Magician. Oh, and you know you got the power. You know you are powerful. You know you make things happen. You know you have the ability to materialize things. They're saying, yeah, you've done this before. So now you understand the process a little bit better, because before when you did it, you didn't understand the allowing for divine timing. You had a lot of thoughts in the past that had you stuck in the it's taking too long, or let's speed this up. There was like a lot of rush, impatient energy in you before. It's not that way any longer. It's not that way any longer because now you appreciate the process better. Thank you. And I just heard Yeah, you've had it happen where you tried to rush something and that made it blow up. Like it just did not work. It was like planting a bomb in the situation and boom, the whole thing exploded because you didn't allow it to be ripe. You didn't allow it to be ready. You didn't allow it to show itself and deliver itself to you. In other words, so you got the idea, oh, this would be a great idea. I should totally do this. But at that time, like you didn't understand that the spirit is going to give you the idea in advance of the timing that is aligned. Because when it's time to be aligned, you have to have worked that energy through it, seeing the fulfillment and all these things within your own soul to be yourself in alignment with the fulfillment of the rest of the co-creative components that collide at the perfect timing and perfect space for a perfect outcome, right? So after having like rushed in because you got this idea, I got to do it now. No, actually you didn't have to do it now. That's why you had doubts. Well, I don't know about this. I've never tried that before, blah, blah, blah. How is this going to work out? Right? When it's that got to take a dump urge, like you know where to go. You know what to do, and there's nothing that can stop you. There are no doubts. There's no second thoughts. There's no hesitation. And so spirit gives you the idea, that great idea for the new adventure, for the new experience, for the better, for the fun, for the whatever it is for you, because it's different for all of you, and we totally acknowledge that. But you get this idea in advance of the timing. Why? Somebody said, why do you get the idea in advance? So you can work with that energy. Use your magician ability to materialize, to visualize the materialization, to play it out in your mind, pre-paving the energetic way, right? Pre-paving the energetic way for the experience. What's up, Hermit? I see you in there. So what you're going to learn in this is Two of Swords. Oh, wow. When this happens, when you finally get that gotta take a dump, it's a major crossroads in life. I'm saying it's a major crossroad in life. But the reason why I'm like, oh, wow, because what spoke largely was that image there. We have a full solar eclipse in this image. Life as you know it will change. But this is what, I'm looking at it the way it is on the table. This is what you've been looking for, right? This is what the divine timing was headed for. Yeah, absolutely. This is what the divine timing was pointed toward. This is what that choice, it was all, look at how everything is in alignment headed towards this major transformation, this major change, total eclipse of the sun. What you know will be different. And I love that way that it lines up here on the table to show us that. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. What other details they'll reveal about the foundation of this is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is a homecoming. It's a celebration. It's starting that project. It's the day that you sign the lease on the new building and you get your licensing in place for your new business. It's when you go, it's a first day of that new educational program that, you know, you wanted this training because it supports whatever vision you had for your life. This is the day that you celebrate that wedding contract. This is the day that you go toast that you signed a contract that is going to change your life. So here's the energy. It's like you did something and it's developing more. You started something. You've already had that start. With it being at the foundation, you've already had that start, but it's turning into more. It's like, so now that you have signed the new contract, well, look at part of the contract means you're going to go do something you haven't done before. Okay, so you know, you want everything to go perfectly, to align perfectly, to come together. So what do? You pre-pave the way. Okay, you pre-pave the way because you know that the choice is up to you. That's the part that's your power. I'm hearing everything else is not really something you have to do. It's something you have to allow. I'm hearing it's something you have to allow. Everything else is something you have to allow. You've made the choice. Allow for the divine timing. You are in your power and you know how to utilize it wisely, and you let that show up in your experience as you have asserted your power. You did everything that was on your side to do, and it's like, okay, now what? Well, now I just allow. Now I just let it come together. I already sent off my part of the project. I already did my part of the project. Now I'm just allowing the experience to show up. Okay. And there is going to be a huge change. So this is the time period when, like, you're in shift change. The old life and the new life, they're like meeting heads right now. And so the old life hasn't fully died away. The new life hasn't fully been implemented. You're sort of living in both worlds. That Two of Swords is saying to me. The other thing is like, so there's this adjustment period from going from being single to now you've just celebrated a wedding, somebody here. And so there's that adjustment phase where it's like, okay, now we're going to become like adjusting. You're in an adjustment phase to being in the commitment, to being in the new position, to being in this business owner status, to being whatever. There's a change of status. There's a change of status. It applies differently for all of you. All of you have different details to your physical experience, and so it applies differently to all of you. There is a change in status. You already started a phase of this, but there's this adjustment period to get to where we're headed. And if this alpha male king here, I see you, and you're putting what? If you don't get it, just chill. Don't pull that distraction shit today, because you will get blocked. All right. I'd like to keep you able to comment, but that's up to you. Show respect, people. Show respect. Stay on topic. If you don't get the topic, just chill. Let's see. All right. And if this message, if you can't understand the words coming out of my mouth, then that means you're not in alignment with this message. If you're not patient to receive the message, okay, that's it. I don't complete sentences. Well, everybody else seems to understand me, so that's the last for you. We'll no longer tolerate anything. I don't have to put up anything, right? I give freely. So if you understand me, great, stick around. Those of you who don't, click off. That's fine. I'm not for everybody. Was never meant to be, didn't want to be. So Daughter of Wands. And that's the other thing here too. For those of you who've been around, you know that I don't pull cards prior to going live. So I speak whatever I hear, and Spirit gives it how they want to, when they're ready to, and I speak it out to you. When the cards come through, I hear and see what I hear and see, and I give to you everything that I get. And what happens is the message builds. Okay, the message builds, and that's good. It is the way it works here. If you like that, then stick around. Golden Amazon says the message is clear. And so here it is, right? Kenneth, I'm here to listen. And nobody says fantastic. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's not for everyone. Either you get it or you don't. If you don't get it, then this isn't the place you should be hanging out. If you get it, keep coming back, because, you know, we're in alignment. There is this whole thing called alignment. And if anybody can't understand the words coming out of my mouth, then they're not in alignment. And that's okay too. There's somebody that aligns with you. Trust and believe. Show me this Daughter of Wands. What is this Daughter of Wands about? I love you guys. It's about the 10 of Wands. Interesting. So the Daughter of Wands is the next step from the 10 of Wands. So it's like, listen, you've completed everything you could. The 10 of Wands has always come through. When you graduate high school, the next thing you go is to college, right? So this would be your freshman year in college. This 10 of Wands would be like getting your high school diploma. You got all your general education. Now we're going to take it a level up, okay? Through this new experience, you're going to take it a level up. So at 10 of Wands, and the Magician, what is so you could use that power. So with your general education, high school, right? You now are going to use everything that you learned in that. And we are not talking about literal human high school. We're talking about spiritual high school. You understand the basics. You got the basics necessary so that now you can begin to implement, apply. I'm seeing a lot more hands-on training, okay? And the Moon. To that, didn't I tell you this was undiscovered territory? The Moon, this is something you haven't seen before, okay? And it's also giving an additional side message. It's saying some of you, it's from having learned this spiritual process basics, you're using your power now to shift the subconscious mind, which requires a lot of consistency. It requires persistence. It requires doing things that feel uncomfortable in order to break the patterns that have formed your core belief system, right? And justice, yes. So there is this energy here. What I'm seeing right now is there is a lot of shifting happening in your life because you've changed core beliefs and you're not done. So anywhere where you thought you couldn't attain things, you thought the experiences were out of your realm of possibility. Oh, they're showing me that reading we did in the living room the other day that said, I'm possible. Absolutely. You're possible, and the very word impossible will, it also shows and implies that I'm possible. I mean, that's how you spell it. And so in this energy, I see where it's like you learned everything you needed to on this spiritual level to be able now to get to the subconscious core, to shift the underlying programming. I forgot if it's like 90% of all our life choices are based off of the subconscious programming. And then, so this crazy thing happened when I was in elementary school, like they literally taught us stuff. In middle school, they literally taught us stuff that makes sense today. I don't know if they're still teaching the kids that, but I can see the programming because when I was young, they taught us that you could learn things while you sleep. So they kind of hinted at it back then, right? That you can learn things while you sleep. And then, as I started delving into the spiritual realms, they talked about like Edgar Cayce. He would fall asleep with books under his head and then gain the knowledge out of those books. So, I love Golden Amazon that you are teaching your daughter that whatever is impossible means possible. It is actually possible. And so in this situation, it's like training the subconscious, retraining your subconscious, totally possible. I also see that as you're in this new phase, having this new experience, it's going to evoke a lot of emotions for you. Because any emotions that were tied to the old identity, tied to the old life, that stuff is going to come out. But I also see that even though things are changing, you're feeling good about it. It feels like this is what needed to happen. This is exactly what I needed to happen. And what else? The other thing I heard, wow, that just spoke a lot. 10 of Wands, Magician, Moon, and Justice just said to me, yeah, when you take accountability, you break all the curses. And that isn't going to sit right with a lot of people. You mean it's my fault that this? Yes, absolutely. Until it's your fault, it's somebody else's fault. As long as it's somebody else's fault, there ain't shit you can do about it. You don't have no power. You can give your power away in this situation. Ooh, the other day when I last recorded at the studio, the live, as soon as I got off the live, a lady called me. She asked if I could do some spell work for her to break a curse because this lady had cursed her and she was stealing her money and all this stuff. And the whole conversation was, honey, I could, but I won't because it's damaging to you and me. And it won't work until you take accountability and take your power back. This process can happen to you over and over again. I said, and as a matter of fact, if I did the magic for you, not only would it have negative repercussions to me, but it would have you in a worse situation because you'd be further giving your power away to another person. As I said, so if you want to break curses, I can teach you how to do it, but it's something you have to do for it to actually work the way you would like it to and not get you more caught up, right? But it's a process and it's something that I have to teach you. So it's not going to be a instant like that thing. You have to learn. It depends on your capacity to learn, your willingness to look at yourself and find your empowerment. It's a process of taking your power back. That's what I see here. Somebody took accountability. I see you. And some of you are going to resonate with the whole new job and then a new experience because of the new job. Some of you are going to resonate with the whole new relationship and then adjusting to the confines and the new experience of the new relationship. Others of you, a lot more of you, I heard, a lot more of you are going to resonate with this place where you're now taking accountability for your life in a greater way. And yeah, even the ugly shit was completely despicable that happened to you. There's this, and I'm hearing it like this. I hear, because you fill in the blank about what that despicable tragedy that happened in your life that nobody would ever choose that. You're absolutely right. That's 100% valid. But how do we flip the script on this? We say, well, listen, apparently I knew I could get through it because this is how it made me greater, more empowered. This is where it gave me more of a voice. This is where it gave me more of a choice. This is where it showed me what I can overcome. This is where it showed me how I could help other people through the experience, right? There's a lot of things that happen in life that we would never consciously choose, but somewhere our energy was in alignment with it. Otherwise, we couldn't have had that experience. You can't experience anything in life that you're not in alignment with. And sometimes we don't even realize how we've aligned ourselves with some of these atrocities, right? But there's this energy here of taking full accountability, and anywhere where that's been your experience, where you've been looking at tragedies, atrocities, disrespects, major disrespects, violations, and injustices in your past, in order to get them out of your vibrational crawl, the only way to effectively do it that I've found, the only effective way to do it that I found, one more time for emphasis, yes, please, and thank you. The only effective way that I found to do it is to take accountability for it. Yep. Clearly, I was aligned with my father setting himself on fire and killing himself in front of my high school. Otherwise, I would have never lived that. So how did it add to my life? How is that working in my best interest? Well, first off, it spring-loaded, catapulted, fired me all the way off into my own chaos so I could see it, so I could heal from it. And now, how many people have I assisted move beyond the energies of suicide that they've survived, or their own ideas that it's time to end their life? Like, I've helped people so many times. And I figured out my own fucking chaos, and I became a mind mechanic, right? To heal my own shit. So if I could take that from that experience and others, but that's the one that comes out, right? And transmute that energy and turn it into power. That's what you're going through right now, right? You're doing the same thing. You're saying, listen, this shit that happened, no, it's not right. No, I don't condone it. No, I don't approve of it. However, I'm finna flip the script on this, and this is why I'm better, because I went through that. Because I'm a survivor. What? Okay, listen, you're a thriver. We're getting out of survival mode. We're going into thriving mode. We're flourishing in this. Why? Because accountability. Because we're ready to spread my wings and fly away to a place that I long for, and my heart will be the pathway. Yes, and you're searching for love that's evermore, but you're also taking into account the ideas that, listen, that's up to me, and the forevermore is right here, and I have authority in this. I don't have to take a beating and lay down for that. No, I'm not finna get jumped by life and these experiences on earth, and then go around the corner and bang my head up against the wall some more on top of it. Not at all. I'm going to transmute the energy of this junk and turn it into my power. That's what you're doing. This is your hour of power, and guess what? That hour don't stop, won't stop. Do it right, do it good. That's the energy. 8 of Wands is the desired position, and we talked about you want to set this mug on fire, right? The roof. This came out yesterday. The roof is on fire. Yeah, we don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Right? What are you burning up? That old identity. That identity that it identifies with. I don't know how. Yes, I fucking know how. And you know what? I keep getting better and better at it the more I try. Okay, I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, I'm. It's not my fault. It's their fault. Okay, no, it's fucking my fault. And you know what? I'm the only one with the power in this to do something about it. So I'm gonna bring all this together, and all that shit that happened ain't never happening around here again. And if you know me, it ain't gonna happen around you neither. Because guess what? I'm put you up on game, baby. I'm gonna share the pain, the wisdom from my pain. I'm gonna share it, and I'm gonna give you a gain from it. Because just like I gained from it, I heard I'm a big mouth when it comes to good news. I'm finna share it and tell the whole world. That's the energy. Yes, and this is your desire. You're like, I'm going to set fire. There's that song from Adele. I don't know the lyrics, but you know which one I'm talking about if that's for you. Yeah, set fire to the flame, something like that. I'm gonna set fire to this. You're burning up the old way. You're burning, and they're pointing strongly to the. You're burning up the old way. They're pointing strongly to the old subconscious pattern. Yeah, because if you repeat the new decision enough, and they're showing me as you repeat the new decision, oh, it's tough. It's tough to make the new decision. But as you continue to repeat the new decision, and then I see, yeah, as you continue to repeat the new decision, it becomes more solidified in your energy field. I also see you working with something to support that as you sleep, because we were talking about the ability to obtain information as you rest, as you sleep, to affect the subconscious in that state of rest. And so, are you listening to solfeggio tones? Are you listening to frequency, binaural beats, affirmations? Make sure you check it while you're awake to make sure everything is in alignment. Okay, what's up, Kenneth? Shell. That's the energy of not only doing what you can consciously, but subconsciously. I also see, before we get into these clarify, I also see you in this. You're supporting the desire by, I see you have images around you to support the new consciousness, right? So for the person who's on this new career path, I see like you've got some sort of motivational image picture of somebody who got to the top of the mountain, or you know how they have those motivational posters, something like that. For the one who's in the new marriage, I see where you've got images of not one bird, but like two birds. Oh, look, two birds. My brother gave me those. But this is like, you've got images, you've got items that surround your home that are a representation of that life that you would like, that you've decided, that you've chosen for yourself. These images are in alignment with it. So again, like you don't have one peacock, there's two peacocks. They face each other and they're kissing because that's the energy you want in your marriage, right? You don't have images where their backs are turned to each other. You have images where they face each other. Okay, so there's that. Now, anywhere where this is on your spiritual journey and you're like, I'm taking accountability, like you're looking around your experience and thinking, yep, I've got all that and I did it. You're thinking to yourself, oh yes, I fixed my hair just fine and I did it. And you're like, oh, look at my house, is so clean and I did it. Oh, I made a delicious meal and I did. So there's a lot of giving yourself so much fulfillment energy through the accountability, not just for the ugly shit either, but for all the beautiful things. Like, oh my God, I got front row parking and I was the first one in line and I did that, right? It's like totally giving yourself props, as well as where it's been tough, taking accountability for somehow I aligned with this, but it was all in my best interest. Okay, pronoia, all up in this energy. Let me see what else we have. To clarify this, 8 of Wands, we have the Tower, okay? We have the 4 of Wands. Tower and 4 of Wands, absolutely. So the Tower is like, there's a divine intervention. It's like realizing that the divine intervention even was something instituted by you, because they're showing me back in the day when I used to get, you could have totally gotten in this place where you were like, you know what, this is not working. Yeah, they're showing me back in the day when I was in my old business location, it was surrounded by homeless shelters. The building was decrepit. It was about a year and a half that every day pulling up to my business location, the shop next to me had been run through by a car. There was a hole in the wall. They never fixed it. They never repaired it, right? But this is the energy of, I used to sit there and tell God, this shop doesn't match what we do. Fix it. And it's fixed now, right? But it came with a huge change, because in order for this shit to be fixed, no, they never fixed the building. They actually ended up tearing that building down. But I had to move. Like, I had to uproot my life and move. So in this energy, the 8 of Wands, what you want, you're like, whatever has to happen to get into this new space, God, fix it. And this is when God steps in and says, okay, baby, you asked for something. I'm going to fix it for you. So get ready for the ride. Yeah. And you're like, okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, right? Some of you, I see that you didn't expect this to happen. No, all of you, I heard all of you, that nobody expected this to happen, okay? Queen of Swords, and And the 10 of Pentacles. I love this for you. Because this says, as that happens, you're saying to yourself, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just know this is going to make my life better. I may not see all the ins and outs of this, but I know the universe conspires in my best interest, and I am the beloved child of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, and so somehow this is working in my best interest, and I get it all, right? 10 of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords talking about, I don't care what I can't see. I know what I do know, and I know what I do see, and what I do know and I do see is the whole universe conspiring in my favor. See, I live pronoia every day. You're saying I am the divine child of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, so everything is available to me. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is mine. I got this. Okay. And you're like, even if I don't see all the specifics, I don't have to know all the details. I know at the end of the day, I win. At the end of the day, I get everything I came for. At the end of the day, it's all mine. There is nothing off limits to me. Okay. That's the energy. And so something happens, and this is what you want. You're like, God, do whatever you got to do. Fix this shit. That's the energy, whether it was about a relationship, whether it was about a job situation, or whether it was about, a spiritual reality, a self-perception, a self-identity. You did that. And you're like, I know that I have everything. I just got this, I just heard this. And Spirit just said, yeah, a lot of you did not realize that there were no limits for you because you were taught very much so scarcity programming, that resources and possibilities were finite. Like nobody from your neighborhood could go on and do that. Lies. I heard lies. We don't buy that bullshit programming no more. Yeah, we don't buying that bullshit programming no more. Okay. All right. So what are you doing? 7 of Wands. You know you want the 8 of Wands. You want this thing to progress. You want everything to come together. So you're staying ready, baby, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. They even know that in the streets. Hello? They already know that in the streets. You keeping your flame lit. You keeping the light around you, okay? You seeing your way through the dark. You're like, listen, you said I got to go through the darkness to get to the light. So, God, I'm going to go through this darkness knowing that somehow I make it to the light, and that is... What I say when this card came out, you can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Absolutely. So you've gone through this dark phase. You've gone through this phase of not knowing, darkness, showing me not knowing, unawareness. Again, hitting that subconscious programming, right? It's saying, God, I don't know where this darkness is taking me, but I'm here for it. Let's go. Show me which way to step. And then so I see, as you said, show me which way to step. That's when it's opened up, and God said, come this way, child. Straight ahead. Keep coming straight ahead. And it's like, as you take that step, then the next step will also open up. And these branches will move, and your path will be revealed as you step. And so this is what you're doing. You're stepping by faith, not by sight. And, you're getting so far that you can see the lights. And with this card, we also talked about, and they're bringing me back to it, we also talked about you can recognize things from the matrix. You can recognize things from the matrix. Okay, yeah, all disrespect is blocked forever on this channel. Get off my comments, bro. And that's just the way you do it. Yeah, it's just like that. Like in literal life and in every symbolic way, right? When people try to distract you, I don't have to have that in my experience, right? I don't have to have that in my experience. I'm going to stay focused. There may be some things I don't know, but I can feel it. Baby, I got the feeling. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? That's the energy here. Yes, I can feel it. And baby, I got the feeling. And God said go straight. God said go straight through you and all your distractions too, and all your crazy trying to insult somebody, trying to hurt somebody's feelings. Did it look like that worked? Oh, it didn't, right? That's what. And so I love that this stuff is happening in real time. It's happening in real time. Every day, applying wisdom, applying the ability to sit in your position. It doesn't mean you're staying stationary. You sit in your position, understanding that spirit is guiding you, staying connected to yourself. You don't let nothing outside of you tell you about yourself. You know who you are. You know whose child you are. You know what you can do. This is a time to remember what you can do. So what are you doing? staying in your position, holding your flame. 6 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. You know that you have this opportunity. So you're allowing yourself to receive it. And this is like, again, giving me the pre-paving the way energy. So you're using your visualization. You're knowing that this is in alignment with you. So you're feeding it energy. You're feeding it energy so it can grow. So you're feeding that new relationship energy. I heard y'all are praying together. That's actually a really beautiful thing. Others of you that praying together is meditating together. That's a really beautiful thing. I see couples walking together, eating together, all these things. Those are more normal. All of it is beautiful. Okay. Those are more common, but not normal, common, but all of it is beautiful. And then anywhere where it's the new job, it's like you're investing the time to research this new experience you're going to have there. Anywhere where this is about taking accountability, you're starting to, it's like, let's say it linearly and let's say it the most clear way, because that's kind of a confusing thought to convey. So you know if it's successful in the end, but you're still in the beginning, what you're doing is you're saying, okay, as I take accountability for what will be for my future, you're taking accountability for your future. You're making a huge investment in your future because you're taking accountability by pre-paving the way, by visualizing you're living your future here and here, so you know you'll live it here. Thank you. That is the easiest way to do it. Okay, let's see what else we have. The Hangman. Okay, and we have the 5 of Cups. The other part of this is you're very aware that you're freeing yourself in this from a cycle of dissatisfaction, of nothing ever works out, of loss. You're freeing yourself from a cycle of loss. I heard because there's no loss in the divine mind. As you understand that every time you block somebody that want to hate you in the comments, you leave room for more people to have more comments that are more in alignment with the situation. Okay, vanilla ice, baby. If you got to turn into the ice queen on them because you know that no matter what, you got everything here for you, that's fine. I heard that's fine. In other words, you're giving yourself permission to do what you have to do, because you know you're investing all your energy into this experience that is in alignment for you, that's taking your abilities to the next level, that is all your fault in the most beautiful of ways, right? And you're also removing any distractions, whether those distractions are external or internal, through these ideas that, oh, what a loss. No, it's not a loss. It's an upgrade. It's always an upgrade. And these are facts. I heard for each one that's lost, something greater comes in. This is what it is, right? And you're also having another perspective. There's another perspective about those who do feel bad or sorrow or loss, because you are getting to the business, because you get into the money, because you get into the life, because you get into the energy, because you get into your future, because you get into your creation. Like, everybody can't go with you. So thank you. I love that. They just showed me, you're moving into the first class lounge at the airport as you get ready to board your first class flight. But your friend or your family member or whoever that was, none of them, whoever they is, all thems, they ain't got the first class ticket, so they don't get to go to the first class lounge. And they sitting outside the first class lounge boo-hooing, because you going in the first class lounge, you finna go get you a hot towel and a massage and a cocktail and all that stuff while you on waiting on this flight to take off. And all you could do is just like play your little violin and say bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't get first class tickets. That's not your fault. I'm not responsible for your first class ticket. You are. You wanted to ride coach, right? Oh, you didn't want to get a ticket at all. You mean you didn't even get stuck at first class? Doors, you got stuck at the airport, like security, because you didn't get you a ticket for the flight? I heard, don't miss that train. Don't miss a party train. In other words, everybody was put on notice. I heard everybody was put on notice in this situation. Everybody knew what they had to do. But some people took it upon themselves to do it while others did not. Somebody said, okay, I got to do this. Let me get her done. And so now that's why you're in the next phase of it. But somebody else, they did not. Okay. We all have freedom of choice. Not my circus, not my monkeys. This is my circus. This is my monkey right here. See this one? Yeah, I heard. I got the stay fly. You got to catch that flight, baby. Forget the. You're not taking that. You're not taking that risk to put yourself in a situation where you're not fully taking advantage of what life has to offer you. Oh, that part. Yeah. So you're here taking yourself, and they're taking me back to that father, ancestor, authority. Like, baby, step up and be your power. As I grab this card, I see a father who was extremely protective. And he was a provider of a different type. He wasn't the average type of provider. So whatever that means for you, it's different for all of you. But it was a very protective energy. And it's like, you've got to safeguard yourself at this point, okay? And that's what that energy is coming through. Like, and this is a powerful message that has been on repeat lately on the channel, even in the TikToks and everything. It's like, you owe no one suffering. And, you don't have to put anybody. It's like, if you're not honoring, thank you. If you're not honoring the first gift you got in life, which is yourself, then nothing else is honored in that. Yeah, you owe no one suffering. You don't have to be disrespectful, disloyal, or unfaithful to yourself in order to enhance another. The path of your purpose, the path of your blessings, the path of your fulfillment never is going to require you to disrespect yourself, your spirit, your purpose, your essence, your life force. And anything and anyone that would have you do that just can't. And that's why this flame is still lit on you and you're holding your position and the path is being shown. Because you are self-respecting. You are honoring what you are yourself. And I'm not talking to some greedy, manipulative mongrel that's out here just disrespecting folks on the left and the right. Because self-respect wouldn't allow you to do that to another person because of the fact the energy you put out comes back to you. So if you are running around here being an asshole to somebody without it, unwarranted, because there's always a person who gives you every reason to just show them your asshole back because, they were an asshole and you teach me how to treat you. So you want to be an asshole to me? Well, have fun because I have those words too. But no, this is somebody who comes always in the energy of authenticity, realism, kindness, okay, compassion. You are a loving soul. You are a loving being. This is why you have to take care of you. We need you here. There's enough here that aren't that. And so they would love to diminish and squash the rest of us, but it's not working. Oh, because we have our grounding, we have our feet, we have our authority, we have our power. We're not giving it away from them, and we know they don't bestow it upon us. I heard it is a divine birthright that we have our personal authority. And so we don't have to look to them, any of the thems, to provide that to us. As a matter of fact, we came intact with our personal power, with our personal authority. It is a divine birthright. We were created in the image of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. So we have that ability. Okay. So how you feeling? You're feeling like, I got choices in this. Okay. Choices. Nope. Yup. Nope. Yup. You got choices. Everybody got choices. Everybody. E40, baby. Everybody got choices. Hey, Robin. I see you. Ramiro. Welcome. Everybody got choices. Okay? You're not people love to say, well, it's because I don't have no choice. And I will call them out on it every time and get on their nerve with it. You have a choice. You may not want to look at the choices you have. You may not like the choices that you have, but you have choices, honey. You absolutely have choices. What you gonna do with it? You have choices every day. And it may be a tough ass choice. I met a young lady last week, this young lady, and I knew the girl was going to come talk to me. I didn't want to be bothered, but I knew the girl was going to talk to me. And she did. And she was upset because the dude she was messing around with just wasn't doing nothing for her. So she's like, well, it's because I'm not from here, so I don't have no choice. I'm like, that's bullshit. You got a choice every day, and you keep making the same choice. You keep choosing that fool that you don't even like, who don't respect you every day. I said, when are you going to make a different choice? She said, well, I don't have nowhere to go. I'm not from here. I said, well, so that means you moved here with him? She said, no. So you met him after you got here? Yeah. Okay, so you got choices. You came here without him. Why do you think you need him to stay here? I'm just saying. And maybe you do need to go home. But facts is, you got choices. And you keep choosing the same thing every damn day. Make a different choice if you don't like it. Hello? Make a different choice. That's the energy here. I love that y'all are in vibe with this. I see your comments. I see y'all know what I'm talking about. The Hermit. Soul searching. Listen, it's a solitary journey. If you want to make the choice to take everybody with you, you're going to miss your first class lounge experience and your first class flight too. That's not the way it works. Everybody got choices. You have to respect theirs as you respect your own. The Six of Cups. The past has been an influence into the choices you make, because it's showing you, when I make a choice that looks like this, I can expect an outcome that looks like that. That you've done it enough times now. You've done enough times now. You should know better. Once you know better, you do better. So the Fool said, I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to do this by my fucking self. I'm going to leave all that alone. I'm going to leave all them alone. I'm going to go my own way. Okay, so I'm going back to this whole, because we got three main situations going on. So I'm going to go back to this whole outline, and I'm going to touch on each of these three situations in this. What I see. As far as the career. So somebody here has been... you've received a new position, but that new position is going to cause you to, like, you might be taking a new course, you got to perform a new function, you got to learn a new task. Okay, if this is you, I see you like, this ain't the first time I had to learn some new stuff. This ain't the first time that I've had to expand my awareness. They're like, I'm going to do it again. And you know what? Nobody's going to need to help me. I'm going to figure this out. Okay. You taking this online training course, or, it's a thing that only you can do for yourself. And so you're doing it. And this is actually going to improve your wealth. You know that. And so you're going for it. And you're not thinking to yourself like you used to, because your old way was, I'm scared. What if I can't do it? What if I don't do it right? Like, you gave yourself all these hemming and hawing, what ifs, doubts, and all of that. You're not doing that no more. You're just going to leave that all the way out of the conversation this time around. And you're like, I got this. Okay. Somehow I got this. I'm just going to do it until I got it. Okay. Even if I had to do it 5 times, I'm going to do it again until I got it. In this relationship, I say somebody has just celebrated a marriage or some sort of contract. Y'all just moved in together, something like that. Well, the past has taught you, that everybody's not your friend in regards to this relationship. So I see that you had somebody around you that is reminding you of another person. Like, this person could be questioning, well, why y'all move in so quick? Or are you sure that's your person? Or whatever it is, you can see them doing, I heard you could see them making little snide remarks about your new relationship, about your new living situation. And you've already learned from the past, like, when people do this, they're going to cause some problems. So we're just going to get rid of this right now. I heard squash all that in the bud. And for somebody, I saw immediately that this was family members that always seem to have a problem when you got a good relationship started, or when you take a risk on something that you feel, I heard even understanding that the relationships don't even last forever, but hey, it's what you want to do. It feels right for you. And so you're like, I don't even want to hear what they want to say. So somebody here, I see past experiences taught you, don't tell nobody you done moved in with nobody. Don't tell somebody in your family that you have gotten married. That ain't none of their business. When it's time for them to know, then I'll tell them. Right now, they don't need to know nothing. What's up, Violets? I see you, Victoria, as well. Welcome. In regards to this spirit leveling up, where you're taking accountability, and it ain't nobody's fault but you, because you're like, I need to have the power to shift this shit, so it's gonna be my fault. Okay, well, past experience here has also told you, like, somebody you connected with in the past, or whoever you used to be in the past. Tammy, welcome. you're saying, we ain't doing that no more. I'm not doing that no more. A lot of you, this is a specific person, okay, that you used to really, it could be a family member, because the way it's coming through, like this person has been around you your whole life, but every time you interact with that person, there's something. So now it's like, I'm taking accountability. I'm not even going to bring them around, because the only reason any of that stuff went bad, you, in the past, you could have even said that was their fault. It was their fault. It was because they were here. But now you took it back one step further, put yourself in accountability where you say, you know what? I'm the one that brought them here. So I'm not going to do that again. I'm just not going to do it again at all. Yeah. Okay. So you're talking about, it's divine timing, honey. Everything is working out. This is an upgrade energy. Okay, the Temperance is the Alchemist card. It's also my Twin Flame card. I don't feel like I need to go all up into Twin Flame energy, but for some of you resonate that is Sagittarius energy also. But this is talking about upgrading, switching something to something better. This is talking about doing the new thing until it becomes your new normal. Because you know, the first time you do that new thing, it's so uncomfortable. I don't know about this. It's so uncomfortable. You might have your doubts, but the more you keep doing it, it get comfortable. It's like the first time I picked up a karaoke mic. Oh my gosh, my whole life felt like it was just vibrating, shaking, trembling like this. And honey, after about the 10th time, I finally could carry the tune. I'm telling you, I was trying to sing this old song that I should have known. I've been hearing this song my whole life. Lost the whole tune in the beginning. Knees knocking, body trip. But you do it enough and it becomes comfortable. So in life, this path, this new path that you're going down, yes, in the beginning it's uncomfortable. But this is also an acceptance to say, hey, if I just keep doing it, it will become normal. I'll get used to it. It'll be okay. So there's transmuting things, turning them into better. There's being patient with yourself, patient with your experience, understanding that divine timing is real. And honey, it's unfolding for you. Okay, so let me see. So you're speaking patiently to yourself. Let me see some more with this. The Devil. Okay, coming out with the Eight of Swords. And that's, okay, so I feel like that's totally anywhere where you were, the old subconscious programming of fear, lack, limitation, I can't do this, or I need my family, or I need somebody in this position, you know, to guide me. I'm not good enough, stuff like that. I don't have the experience. What if it doesn't work? All that shit was the point of focus in the past, okay? And look, it's switching to 9 of Cups and 6 of Swords. It's like, yeah, no, we're not doing any of that anymore. We're just not looking at that energy anymore. It's like, even when I used to think that was a problem or things weren't right, that's okay. It showed me some things. And because it showed me what it showed me, I know which way to go now. I know how to move now. I know how to function. And we out here trying to function. Yes, you're out here functioning. They said you're not even trying to function. You are out here functioning with more ease and with more flow and with more grace in your own life, though, okay? Because you have been stuck before, because you have thought there wasn't enough before, because you did think somebody had a spell on you before, because you did think somebody else had your authority, because you did used to be stuck on not enough, toxicity, unhealthy shit, and you're not no more. Oh, thank you, because your comfort zone used to be toxic AF, but you switched that energy up, and now you have a much healthier comfort zone. Yeah. And the things that were your natural picker was off because you were tuned to the custom background that you came from. But now that you've been switching this up, like your picker is more aligned with things that you actually find fulfillment in, that honor you, respect you, and appreciate you. You know, things are working out in your favor. Okay. Pronoia again. They always keep throwing out the word pronoia as we speak. Okay. What you know is, baby, I got the feeling, and you got the power, okay? I got the power, I got the ability, I got the tools, I got the skills. Even if I can't see it with my physical eyes, I can feel it, and I can feel it into creation. I can feel it into reality. I can feel it into materialization. I can turn it into physical matter by feeling my way to it. Let me see, with the Page of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. Yes! I got the idea of exactly what I want. I show it unconditional love. Although it's not physically present here with me yet, I show it unconditional love, okay? And I visualize it. And any emotions that are counterproductive to the attainment of it, any ideas and beliefs or practices that go against my attainment, that are blockages, that are restrictions, that are counterproductive, I know I'll work through those as I get to this attainment. But I have everything I need to attain it. Let me see some more. Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Yes, and I will transmute those energies and turn them into more power. Turn them into more energy that supports what I want. Absolutely. And I have the skills, talents, and abilities to do this. Boy, I'm not the way I used to be. I'm not as gullible as I used to be. I'm not as naive as I used to be. I'm not as easily controllable or influenceable as I used to be. You're saying, I've gotten the chance to see that I've got great power in me. And I used to let a lot of people and circumstances take dominance over my power and dictate the way it flowed. But I'm not doing that no more, because I've realized, like, I can do something about it. I can do something about what is happening in my life. I can do something with my abilities. And it's not what people like to think, make me think that I'm stuck. People like to make me think that I'm stuck. People like to make me think I ain't got no luck. Oh, that's terrible. No, actually it's not. And I know why it's not, but that's none of your business. I heard that's none of your business. So this is a mentality. You're like, people could look at your situation and they could see it one way, but you, no, it's the way you see it that matters. It's not about them and what they see for you. It's about you and what you see for yourself. Okay. And you know that. And it's changed your health. Okay. They're saying it's changed your health. So I'm picking up on literal health, but I'm picking up on spiritual health and mental health and emotional health, all of it, economical health, all of it. Okay. What you gonna figure out? Two of Swords. This is a total eclipse of the heart. I heard the song playing. Okay, but the total eclipse of the sun is there in that. And that's what stood out from it. So, it just spoke. And it said, yeah, a lot of people ain't gonna see you. And you know what? Get ready for it. Because, the old co-workers that you used to be on the level with, and now you've been moved to another department, another position, another role. Oh, they're going to have some shit to talk. They're going to try to say you did this, that, and the other with the bush. It doesn't matter. They can't see you. Like, literally. You might hear, I heard it through the grapevine. That's what I heard, right? So you might hear some of that, but they literally can't see you because you're busy catching these flights. I heard you're too busy catching these flights. Anywhere where there was family members or whoever these people was that was against your new relationship, your new thing that you're doing in this relationship, I just see you're not going to be hanging out with them like that. They're not going to know the details of what's going on with you. You're not bringing your person around them because you know they ain't got no fucking respect anyways, I heard. So you're going to handle that different. Anywhere where you have taken accountability, huge change in your life. And yeah, a lot of people are not going to be able to catch up with you. They're not going to be able to see you. They're not going to be able to be in your environment. They're not going to be able to do whatever the hell they thought they were getting away with before. The shit don't work, okay? And those ideas of self-limiting beliefs that, see, look, you walking away from it. You're emotionally detaching from it all, walking away from it. To walk into what? You walk into the world, baby. You walk into your final conclusion. You're walking to the successful ending. You're walking towards completing the cycle, wrapping it up. And you know, this is a point where you throw some shit out or you put it up on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? The garbage got to go. And the plaques and the rewards and the merits, they go hung up on the wall. And that's just how this goes. Okay? And that's where you're at. King of Cups. Oh, I'm so happy. Eight of Pentacles. I'm going to keep doing more of that. You're happy in your new position as you're learning this new position at work or in your career. As you're learning this new position, it's so satisfying. It's such a gratifying feeling to be in this new energy, okay? As you're enjoying your new relationship and it's not contaminated with that friend that like to talk shit or that family member that like to come over and just spit some nonsense to your partner and try to plant doubts or whatever the heck. You feel so good. Life just happy. Y'all just got to be happy, and it ain't nobody in the middle of the mess, right? As you're taking accountability and you're seeing how that's changing your life, Here you go. Like, I'm going to do that some more because, oh boy, it's so satisfying when there ain't nobody else that gets to be in control, in charge of how my life is and what I feel and what I do and how it's going to work out for me besides me. When I'm the sole person that decides and declares what that is, boy, I sure be speaking some beautiful things over my life. I'm going to do that again because, look, that worked. That really worked. I wanted this. I got it. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it and do it and do it. Yeah. Again, over and over and over again, I hear. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this death card at the bottom of the deck. Somebody's final check. Okay. Somebody's final. Whether that's a check you cash at the bank or whether that's a check that somebody mind had to cash because you had to check their ass. The final check happened, right? Whether that was a self check and you had to check your own mind, the final check is being cashed. Love the way this goes because you are in your power like never before. You found your power. You're in your authority. You overcome the devil anywhere where people tried to have you stuck, where you had yourself stuck, where you were born into this stuck energy. Like, honey, you took your power back. You found your divine connection and you got the out of there. You got the hiccup out of there. Out of where? Out of these problems. Out of this cross current energy, out of this place where you are doing things that were going against you. Yeah, I'm not working against myself no more. I'm not going to sabotage myself anymore because you found your power over it. You know that you deserve and you're worthy of the best life. You've been through the hard times to birth this new experience. You know what to say no to. You know what to say yes to. You know how to wait on things and consistently work for things and allow divine timing to show up. Like, this is beautiful. I love this energy for you. So let me get you a yes or no answer to your personal question. Spirit's saying use this deck. So let me pull these cards back. We're going to get you a yes or no answer to your personal question. Then we'll do your alpha and omega messages. So thankful and grateful. Yes, Violet. I love her comment. She said, it's been a long lesson learning that not everybody wants to be happy. Absolutely. And and part of that lesson was realizing, like, damn, I was so used to not being happy that I didn't know how to be happy. But it's like when you figure that out, like that your toxic comfort zone has kept you stuck. I'm going to tell you, like, the things that I tell you, Spirit talked to me, and I had to apply them in my life to elevate my own self, to make my life better, more what I want to see, right? And that's what Spirit be bringing to me. Tell you I see it. Spirit's like, tell them about this, tell them about that experience, okay? Because that's what they're going through right now. That's what they need to hear. That's what you came here for, okay? So some of you already have gone through this, and this reading is a confirmation. Others of you are going through this right now, and this is also a confirmation of you're on your path. Some of you are stepping foot into this energy, and the only thing you know is you got a new opportunity, and this was going to help you navigate what's coming. That first class path, that first class pass grants you access. You got to do it for yourself. Okay, so formulate your yes or no question. It has to be a yes or no answer to your personal question. Your question could be about anything in God's creation, anything in the universe, anything at all that you want to talk about. And Spirit's going to give you the perfect answer to that question because your soul has already known what the answer is. Your highest self, your angels, ancestors, God, they already know what the answer is, even though I don't and you don't, but we all going to find out. This is going to work for each of you once, and it will work for sure. If you've been here, tuned in, tapped in, turned on, watch this entire video, whether it was on the live or on the replay, it doesn't matter. Watch the entire video. If you just skip to the back to try to see if there's a yes or no answer, like, Spirit's like, they might play with you behind that because you play too. You know what I'm saying? You got to really be about these energies if you want the truth. So let's see what we have for you is the answer today. Yes or no, please and thank you. Yes or no, yes or no. Here we go. The answer today is no. So the answer today is no. Whatever you asked about, the answer is still no. It may be the answer you wanted. It may not be the answer you wanted. Either way, it's the answer that you were given. So for somebody, this little bonus reading right here is going to be all about your business. It's going to tell you what you need to know. And today I'm being guided to give this bonus reading. So This is not going to resonate with all of you. This is going to be for a very select few of you. So let's see what we have. Cancerian energy, but you knew that somebody was on the run. You knew somebody was going to make a run for it. You were afraid of somebody making a run for it, and guess what? That's exactly what happened. And it happened in an explosive way. It happened with the fight. It happened with the argument. It happened with some shit not working right at all. So somebody was on the run. You knew this person was going to be on the run. Was that on the run for the law, or was that on the run from you? Because that's the two ways I'm seeing it. Somebody was going to take off. You were afraid of it, and that's exactly what you got. So now they're saying, what can you do now? Now, like, you really need to process that. You really need to process that, because you got to realize where you attacked yourself, your fear. And the other part is you got to realize, like, where you were told that, no, this isn't going to happen, but you didn't want to believe that shit. So they're saying moving forward, when somebody says, no, this isn't going to happen, believe them. I heard moving forward, you will believe them when they tell you what they are, if you know what's good for you. Instead of trying to think it was going to be something else, and knowing the whole time that this person was going to bust free and break away, and then being afraid of it, like, you won't do that to yourself no more. Because this person told you, because I just got to be free. This person told you they had to be free. And you try to confine them, restrict them, make them go outside of, with some sort of way. This is what I'm hearing. You try to stop them from doing what they said they was going to do the whole time. Next time you'll believe motherfucker when they tell you. So I don't know whose experience that is, but this is what I got. That was for a very small amount of you. Let me go into your Alpha and Omega messages next and see what cards we pulled first and how they correlate to our messages we had today. This is a 10 of abundance. I love it because we did have that. I shuffled the deck already, but we had that 10 of pentacles come out, and this is the same energy. It says, heaven has provided so many blessings. Your family members are bonded and working together. The children are provided for, and a comfortable retirement will one day come along. You've taught your family the grace that comes from knowing right from wrong, and you should be very proud. So that's a very specific message for somebody, but the having it all is totally up in that. And let's see what else. Dearest you, over here, there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it is impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even if you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor, loving you so much as always. And that is our final message. And that's exactly what we were talking about. Like, even though I can't see it, even though I can't see it, even though I don't know how, I know it's working for me. I know it all comes together. I know, and nobody can tell me different, and that's the energy, okay? I love the way this works. I'm so thankful and grateful that you did all this stuff to boost the YouTube, whatever's, hyping, liking, commenting, sharing, all the stuffs to help get this message to our other brothers and sisters of humanity, because, you know, we got this common energy. Yeah, they don't want me to let you go yet. They want me to hold you here for a moment, and let's do this, okay? Yes, and that's where we're going to start, Golden Amazon. It's done. It's done. It's already done. The universe is constantly conspiring in my favor. All good things. All good things for me and them. All good things for me. I respect me. I appreciate me. I cherish my life. And I know I deserve the best. I know the universe works always in my best interest in all ways. I'm here to experience new things. I am here to live a full human experience. To understand the range of human emotion and human experience is a divine thing. I am divine in my being. There's no loss in my divine mind. There is only a improvement, a bettering, a growth, and expansion. And I am ever expanding. I may not have seen everything in advance, but I know it all works in my best interest. And I know things that I don't even know that I know until I realize that I know them. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with divine timing. I'm perfectly aligned with divine timing. I am perfectly aligned with awareness and expansion of my own capacities, of my own experience, of my own abilities. Yes, I allow the cycles of life to flow. Thank you. I allow things to come in and out. I allow the breathing process. I allow the cycles of intake and release. I know that this is natural. I allow my peace to increase. I allow my self-awareness to increase. I allow myself to become more aware of what I always was but didn't realize. I am so grateful for where I sit and stand. I'll stay in my position. I'll stay in my position. I'll prepave the way for the day in this energy. And I do this from a place of gratitude for all that I am and do and see and be. So thankful and grateful for the divine energy that is my own authenticity. So thankful and grateful for the connections that I share. So thankful and grateful that I experience the ambiance and the in company of ones who actually do care, because I'm not the only one that's like me. I am connected to a world wide web of amazing individuals who are also as amazing as me and who care for me as much as I care for them, even though we might not even know each other physically. We may never meet. We may never know each other's name. But I know this is true, and we're all supportive of one another, and this is the facts, you see. So I'll continue to enjoy my life to the best of my capacity and find out more of what I love. And what else does the universe have for me that I didn't know would delight me, and I could have it right now if I just became aware of it. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to expand. And this is what every day of my life I'll continue to show. Everything happens for a reason, and so I don't question the reasonings. I just allow myself to live the season and see what lessons and blessings it brings. This is what I have for us today. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you could treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias, little baby. That is all, folks. And I'm out.